All right, what's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. This is Matt Kowalis from SportsMemo and Wager Talk, back with another version of the Slate. If you are not following me on Twitter at MoneylineMatt8, hit that follow button right now because we are hitting these videos all season long, both NBA and NFL. 5 videos in 5 days, and we are coming off a clean sweep of Thursday night football, going 3-0. We hit the Bucks +9. We hit Gabe Davis over 40.5, and we hit Josh Allen anytime touchdown score. So we're looking to keep this momentum going right into tonight's 11-game NBA slate. I'm not going to leave out yesterday's video. We did end up going 1-2, not where we want to be, but those days do happen, and I'm at least thankful Anthony Davis got that done for us, got at least one win, and we ended up going 4-2 on the day, so you can't be too mad at that. Again, we swept that Thursday night football matchup and looking to keep it going right now. So, but before we do, hit that follow button, Moneyline Matt8, or check us out at YouTube. Detroit Sports Bettors YouTube. These are posted on both locations. But with that being said, let's get right into today. I got 4 plays going, and 2 plays from the marquee matchup in my eyes, at least, and that's the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. That spread right now is -2.5 for the Sacramento Kings. That's exactly where I'm going to be going in this one, because when I look at these two teams on paper, what Sacramento is what Golden State was when they were ascending, when they were becoming one of those dominant teams throughout the Western Conference and throughout the entire NBA. I see the same thing with this Kings team. They are young. They're generating their chemistry. They get out and run. They play better defense down the stretch. And now in this matchup, not only do I like the fact that De'Aaron Fox is going to be going against A, Steph Curry, or B, Chris Paul, but Draymond Green has also already been declared out. So what does that mean? For one, it's a huge defensive presence that is gone. He's very good at communicating. He's very good at matching up against big men like Domantas Sabonis. And then on the offensive end, very good in transition, very good at bringing the ball up, facilitating, and more emotion too. He's a very emotional player. He's a guy who can get the Golden State Warriors going. And now without that, I think the Kings have a huge advantage because of that. And it's not just because of Chris Paul and Stephen Curry versus De'Aaron Fox, just because they're so limited on defense. But in addition to that, Draymond would have matched up with Sabonis. And now Sabonis is most likely going to be matched up against Kevon Looney. And that's a difficult matchup for Kevon Looney because he doesn't move very well horizontally. So Sabonis can get to the bucket. He can facilitate a little more. He's just a faster, more athletic player, and I think he's going to get Looney in foul trouble. If, in fact, that does occur, they don't really have a backup big man. So for me, Sabonis is just going to be able to create so much for someone like De'Aaron Fox coming off screens, pick and rolls, stuff like that. So for me, a lot just opens up because Draymond Green is out. And I don't think this Golden State Warriors team is as good as last year, if I'm being honest, especially with Chris Paul plugged into that starting lineup. It just doesn't mesh in my point of view. And this is also a Golden State Warriors team who went 11-30 last year while on the road. All of a sudden, they're a +2.5. They're right there with a Sacramento team. I just don't see that. So for me, for pick number 1, Sacramento Kings -2.5. And we're getting right to pick number 2 because it's from this game, and it's going to be the leader, the captain of that team. It is going to be De'Aaron Fox. And, in this spot, I really love the look of De'Aaron Fox. For one, like I said, going against Chris Paul, going against Steph Curry. But De'Aaron Fox actually really does enjoy playing the Golden State Warriors. For one, in his last 5 matchups against the Golden State Warriors, he's hit this 3 times. And when I say hit this, I'm doing points plus assists, okay? His points plus assists is at 30.5. And I think this is a great number for him because, De'Aaron Fox missed his number against the Utah Jazz. Probably didn't play as good as he wanted to. Now he's coming home in Sacramento, going against that rivalry team in the Golden State Warriors. They had a battle in the playoffs in which the Sacramento Kings team ended up losing in 7 games. Now I think they want their revenge after losing in 7 games like that. And I think the guy to do it is going to be De'Aaron Fox. There was one time De'Aaron Fox even put up 44 points on this Golden State Warriors team. And, I just think he's going to be very aggressive going to the rim. Again, there's no Draymond Green in this spot. This has a 238-point total to go with it. And Steph and De'Aaron are 2 guys who they really like to go at each other when they're facing off in a matchup. And, De'Aaron Fox is also either he did just sign with the Curry brand or is about to sign with the Curry brand. So because of that, De'Aaron Fox might want to come out and ball against Steph Curry, especially if he's about to sign with his own brand. So for me, I really love the look of De'Aaron Fox tonight. I think De'Aaron Fox goes off. His number again is 30.5 points plus assists. So play number 2 is going to be De'Aaron Fox over 30.5 points plus assists against the Golden State Warriors at home tonight. Moving on to our next play of the day, and it is going to be Lauri Markkanen of the Utah Jazz facing off against the LA Clippers. For one, the LA Clippers are one of the worst teams throughout the entire NBA when going against small forwards in terms of points plus rebounds. Lauri Markkanen's points plus rebound number is 34.5 at this point in time, and I love this. I really do, because Lauri Markkanen almost hit this line. Oh, there goes the Michigan. He almost hit this line in the last game against the Kings, and they got blown out, and he did not play very effective. He wasn't a good player out there, just a little bit of everything. You know, this Clippers team does give up the most rebounds per game to the small forward position throughout the entire NBA with 12.14 rebounds per game. They also give up 23.61 points to the small forward position on top of that. So they're literally averaging over this points plus rebound number. Now, when you see this number, it's all small forwards on the court, so it could be more than one, but Lauri is that number one guy. He gets 35 minutes a game. He's the number one option. He's a great rebounder as well. And, you know, with two guys like Walker Kessler and John Collins, I think that's going to take up a lot of the effort of the Clippers on the boards, leaving room for someone like Lauri Markkanen to come through and scoop up all those rebounds. You know, and you take a look at his last 3 games against the Clippers as well. And Lauri Markkanen obviously loves playing the Clippers because he's had 34 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. So his last 3 matchups, he's hit it in every single game on top of that. So again, I just really love the look of Lauri Markkanen here. I think he's going to be very successful against this Clippers team. So for me, play number 2 is going to be Lauri Markkanen over 34.5 points plus rebounds. And now we are moving on to our last play of the day, and this is going to be other one. Yeah, right there. Mr. Cade Cunningham. Mr. Cade Cunningham over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And, you know, for one, Cade Cunningham is going against the Charlotte Hornets here. And when you're going against the Charlotte Hornets, their 2 guards are going to be LaMelo Ball or Terry Rozier. Both guys not that great in terms of defending, you know, and Cade Cunningham is a big guard. On top of that, he's someone who carries a little bit of weight. He's explosive. He plays a lot like Luka, too. He can put his back to the basket. He can do some turnaround jumpers. Very good with his back to the basket, too, with little hook shots going off the backboard. He's very versatile. He can do a little bit of everything. And, you know, when you take a look at last game, too, you saw what Trae Young did against the Charlotte Hornets team. Trae Young shot 4 for 19, still had 23 points, 9 assists, and 1 rebound. So for me, you know, and I also think that Charlotte Hornets team overperformed in that spot against the Hawks. You know, this Hornets team is not a very good basketball team. So they don't play very good defense. So I do think it's a great opportunity for Cade Cunningham to come in, play very well here. And, you know, in the last game, Cade Cunningham had 30 points outright. So this is someone who he's hot at this point in time. He had 30 points, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. So we absolutely smashed this number. And I think Cade could be one of those guys where as the season continues, we're going to see his line slowly increase as well because he's just that productive. He's just that versatile. He does everything. He's a stat stuffer. You know, he can get points. He can get assists. He can get rebounds. Again, he is a big guard. He can make things happen. And now, again, he's going against guys like Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball. I think he makes some plays tonight. So play number 4 and the last play of the day is Cade Cunningham over 34.5 points plus rebounds and assists. And that's it, guys. I'm Matt Kowalis from SportsMemo and Wager Talk. If you're not following me on Twitter or YouTube, make sure to do so. Moneyline Matt 8. We're hitting these videos all season long. But again, guys, Matt Kowalis, best of luck in the Friday slate. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.